In the vastness of the universe, principles that govern existence rest, not merely the laws of physics as we know them, but universal laws that shape the essence of our lives. Today, I invite you to explore the 12 universal laws, an ancient and omnipresent wisdom that, when understood, can empower us to live more intentionally and fully. Picture yourself as an ancient navigator, guided by the stars in the night sky. Just as these navigators relied on luminous points to find their way across unknown oceans, we too can use the 12 universal laws to navigate the complexity of human existence. These laws are not rigid rules, but rather subtle guidelines structured to help us understand how our actions and thoughts resonate throughout the cosmos. Each law, from the law of divine unity to the law of gender, offers a unique perspective on how our lives are interconnected with the universe around us. Understanding these laws reveals not only how we should act but also why certain events occur in our lives. It's a journey that invites us to reflect on the nature of our being and the world that surrounds us. As we delve into this study, we will discover that these laws are not merely philosophical abstractions, they have practical implications that can guide our daily decisions and shape our destiny. Therefore, throughout this documentary, we will explore each law in detail, revealing how they can be applied to achieve a more harmonious and fulfilled life. If you seek to understand the invisible threads that weave the tapestry of your destiny, join us in this deep exploration of the 12 universal laws. For by mastering this knowledge, we not only gain a better understanding of the universe, we become co-creators of our own reality. Get ready, then, for a journey that will transform not only how you see the world but also how you live in it. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel to further evolve your mind and expand your reality. Let's get started. The first law to be addressed is the law of divine unity. This law teaches us a fundamental truth: everything in the universe is interconnected. Every thought, every action, and every moment of our lives is part of a vast and intricate cosmic fabric. Just as a spider's web vibrates at the touch of any of its threads, every vibration in our universe resonates throughout the entire expanse of this grand fabric. Imagine for a moment that every person, every star in the sky, every grain of sand on the beach is part of an inseparable whole. This thought is not only poetic but a fundamental principle for understanding the nature of our universe. By accepting and internalizing the law of divine unity, we begin to see that we are not isolated. On the contrary, we are elements of a grand cosmic orchestra, where each note contributes to the overall symphony. Now, flowing naturally from the law of divine unity, we encounter the law of vibrations. According to this law, everything in the universe is in constant motion and vibration. Nothing is still, everything vibrates at different frequencies, creating an eternal dance of energy. Vibrations are not limited to the tangible. Our thoughts and emotions also emit frequencies that resonate in the fabric of reality. This law helps us understand how we attract what comes into our lives. Each frequency attracts a corresponding frequency. When we vibrate with positivity, love, and gratitude, we attract experiences that resonate with these qualities. On the other hand, when we allow vibrations of fear, anger, or sadness to dominate our being, these energies will also find echoes in our everyday experience. Therefore, understanding the law of vibrations is essential for those who seek not only to comprehend the nature of the universe but also for those who wish to actively shape their own lives. By learning to adjust our personal vibrations, we gain the ability to directly influence the type of energy that surrounds us and, consequently, the events we experience. In this sense, these two laws, the law of divine unity and the law of vibrations, offer a powerful insight. We are both creators and creatures of the vibratory universe in which we live. By recognizing and harmonizing our own frequencies with those of the universe, we participate more actively in creating the reality we wish to experience. Thus, as you reflect on these laws, we invite you to consider how your own vibrations are shaping your journey through life. What energies are you emitting, and what kind of universe are you helping to weave with the threads of your own choices and attitudes? This reflection is not just an exercise in self-awareness but a fundamental step in the quest for a fuller and more intentional existence. Advancing in our exploration of universal laws, we encounter the law of action, a principle that serves as a catalyst for the manifestation of our desires and intentions. This law is simple yet profound. For any dream or goal to come true, concrete actions are necessary. Merely wishing or visualizing is not enough, action is essential. Every step we take, no matter how small, is a movement toward the realization of our deepest desires. Consider this as the bridge between desire and manifestation. For example, a painter may envision a masterpiece in their mind, but until they pick up the brush and start applying paint to the canvas, that vision remains merely a thought. Similarly, we too must pick up our brushes, whatever form they may take in our lives, and act in accordance with our visions and values. This is the essence of the law of action. Manifestation requires movement. In harmony with the law of action, the law of correspondence offers an additional perspective that deepens our understanding of how our reality is shaped. This law tells us that the external world is a reflection of the internal world. Our external environments correspond to our internal states. If the law of action prompts us to act, the law of correspondence prompts us to reflect. Our external reality often mirrors our internal beliefs, our deepest feelings and thoughts. If we perceive the world as a place of scarcity, for example, we may find that scarcity manifested in our daily lives. Similarly, if we cultivate an abundance of positivity internally, it will be reflected in abundance in our external reality. Thus, the law of correspondence invites us to engage in introspective examination, to better understand our own inner worlds and, by extension, improve our outer world. This principle of correspondence serves as an invitation for us to carefully consider what we are projecting into the universe through our thoughts and emotions. It reinforces the idea that to change our external reality, we must first transform our internal state. When we combine the introspection promoted by the law of correspondence with the proactivity of the law of action, we equip ourselves with a powerful set of tools to create the life we desire. I encourage you to reflect on these laws together. Ask yourself, what actions am I taking that reflect my true desires? And how are these actions aligned with my internal state? By pondering these questions, you will not only better understand the dynamics of your daily experiences but also empower yourself to actively shape a reality that truly resonates with who you are and aspire to be. After contemplating the importance of our actions and reflecting on our internal world, we encounter the law of cause and effect, also known as the law of karma in many philosophical traditions. This fundamental law teaches us that every action has a corresponding reaction. Nothing happens by chance or exists in a vacuum. Everything we do generates an effect that reverberates through the fabric of reality, influencing our lives and the lives around us. This direct relationship between cause and effect is the cornerstone of personal responsibility. Understanding this law is recognizing that we are the architects of our future. Every decision, every action, no matter how small, contributes to the final design of our lives. If we act with kindness and compassion, it is likely that we will encounter kindness and compassion on our path. On the other hand, negative actions tend to generate equally negative results, not necessarily as punishment, but as a simple natural consequence. The law of compensation works in conjunction with the law of cause and effect. It suggests that the universe seeks continuous balance and that every action receives fair compensation. This law is not just about reward or punishment, but rather about the constant balance of energies in the universe. Everything we contribute to the world, whether positive or negative, will eventually be returned to us, one way or another. This principle of compensation helps us understand the importance of maintaining a consistent commitment to positive practices. Even if compensations are not immediate, the law ensures that they will come. This encourages us to remain true to our values and positive actions, even when the results are not immediately visible. For example, patience and persistence in our efforts may seem to bear no fruit in the short term, but the appropriate compensation may simply be waiting for the right moment to manifest. Thus, reflecting on the law of cause and effect and the law of compensation, we are called to a deeper awareness of our actions and their broader repercussions. This understanding encourages us to act consciously and deliberately, knowing that each of our gestures contributes to the tapestry of our lives and the universe as a whole. With an already established understanding of how our actions influence the world around us through the laws of cause and effect and compensation, we now move on to one of the most popular and frequently discussed laws, the law of attraction. This law postulates that like attracts like, meaning the energies we emit, whether they be thoughts, emotions, or actions, attract energies of similar nature. Thus, if we focus on thoughts of abundance and success, we tend to attract more of those experiences into our lives. The power of the law of attraction lies in our ability to focus our minds and emotions on specific goals. When we align our thoughts positively, not only do we improve our emotional state, but we also set the energetic field around us to attract favorable circumstances. This law does not function in isolation, it is a response to the vibrations we project into the universe. If you expect love, peace, and success, you must first cultivate these qualities within yourself. Deepening our understanding of the influence of energies, we encounter the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. This law teaches us that energy is not static, it is always in flux, constantly changing form. This means we have the ability to transform any situation by altering the energy we contribute to it. For example, even a challenging situation can be turned into an opportunity through the conscious change of our attitude and perspective. Energy transmutation is a powerful skill because it empowers us to change the conditions of our lives in a more dynamic and effective way. We are not stuck in any state of being or any set of circumstances. We have the power to alter our course through the conscious alteration of our vibrations. This law assures us that nothing is permanent, and even the most entrenched energy patterns can be transformed with the right intention and action. Therefore, by integrating the law of attraction with the law of perpetual transmutation of energy, we realize an empowering truth: we are co-creators of our reality. Every thought and every emotion are like brushstrokes on a canvas, with the power to shape not only our immediate experiences but also the unfolding of our lives. I invite you to reflect on how these laws are operating in your life. What energies are you attracting? How can you apply energy transmutation to turn challenges into opportunities? This understanding is not merely theoretical, it is a practical tool that, when used wisely, can lead to a fuller and more fulfilled life. Thus, as we continue to explore the depths of universal laws, remember that every thought and every action are fundamental in creating your destiny. We now arrive at the law of relativity, which teaches us that our experiences are shaped not only by external events but crucially by how we perceive them. Every situation in life is neutral until it is interpreted through our personal filter, composed of our beliefs, past experiences, and expectations. This law invites us to see that what we consider an obstacle may, for another, be an opportunity, highlighting the importance of developing empathy and understanding for others' perspectives. This principle teaches us that there are no absolute truths in our daily experiences, everything is relative to the observer. For example, a situation that may seem challenging can be viewed as a moment of growth, depending on our perspective. This does not diminish the reality of the challenges but offers a more flexible and optimistic approach to facing them, promoting a deeper understanding that life is not a set of random events but a series of experiences shaped by the meaning we attribute to them. Moving on to the law of polarity, this law tells us that everything has an opposite and that opposites exist in all things. Where there is heat, there is the potential for cold; where there is light, there is also shadow. This law is vital for maintaining the balance of life because without one pole, the other cannot exist. In more practical terms, understanding this law can help us accept and appreciate the dualities we face daily, such as success and failure, joy and sadness, gain and loss. The law of polarity is especially useful in reminding us that life is a cycle of highs and lows, and that both extremes are necessary for a complete understanding of the human experience. By recognizing and accepting this coexistence, we are able to maintain greater emotional stability, avoiding being swayed to extremes by any singular event. This teaches us to seek balance, finding a middle ground that respects the opposing forces shaping our reality. Integrating the law of relativity with the law of polarity, we begin to see that our life is a fabric of interconnections and interdependencies, where extremes provide the necessary context to fully understand and appreciate every aspect of our existence. This allows us to live with greater acceptance and less resistance, knowing that each experience, whether perceived as positive or negative, has its place and purpose in our journey. As you reflect on these laws, I encourage you to consider how you can apply these ideas to harmonize your perspectives and reactions to opposing forces in your life. Understanding and accepting the relativity and polarity of our experiences not only enriches our understanding of the world but also strengthens our ability to navigate the complexities of life with grace and wisdom. As we continue to unravel the subtleties of universal laws, we encounter the law of rhythm. This law states that everything in the universe has a natural flow and cycle, just like the tides that ebb and flow, like the phases of the moon, and like the seasons of the year that alternate with metronomic precision. Life, in its essence, is a constant rhythm of births and deaths, of beginnings and endings. Recognizing and respecting this rhythm is to understand that each period of activity is naturally followed by one of rest, and that each moment of joy carries seeds of future sorrows, just as each difficulty sows forthcoming joys. This principle encourages us to flow with the currents of life, rather than resist its inevitable changes. By accepting that there is a right time for everything, we can live more fully, aligned with the natural rhythm of the universe. For example, recognizing periods of introspection and outward expression as essential parts of our vital experience, we can embrace each phase with presence and purpose, rather than frustration. Closely connected to the law of rhythm, we find the law of gender, which reveals the presence of masculine and feminine energies in all aspects of creation. This law does not strictly refer to biological genders but rather to the energetic qualities inherent in the universe. Masculine energy is often associated with action, assertiveness, and reason, while feminine energy is related to receptivity, nurturing, and intuition. Harmony between these energies is essential for the effective manifestation of anything in the material world. Every creation, every project, and every being on this planet are the result of the dance between these two forces. For example, the conception of an idea can be seen as a feminine aspect, which requires the masculine aspect of action to bring it into existence. Understanding and balancing these energies within ourselves and in our interactions with the world not only facilitates the achievement of our goals but also leads us to a more balanced and harmonious existence. Therefore, as we reflect on the law of rhythm and the law of gender, we are invited to perceive life as a constant flow of complementary energies. The wisdom of these laws inspires us to find balance and rhythm in our own lives, accepting the cyclical nature of everything around us and honoring the union of masculine and feminine energies that shape our existence. As we come to the end of this profound journey through the 12 universal laws, it is essential to recap the powerful insights we have explored, each revealing crucial facets of the tapestry of life. We began with the law of divine unity and vibrations, understanding how everything in the universe is interconnected and in constant motion, emitting frequencies that attract similar energies. We progressed to the law of action and correspondence, which teach us the importance of acting according to our desires and how our external world reflects our internal state. We continued with the law of cause and effect and compensation, highlighting that every action has a reaction and that the universe seeks to balance these forces through fair compensations. We explored the powerful law of attraction and the law of perpetual transmutation of energy, which show us how we can attract what we desire and transform energies to better adapt our reality. The laws of relativity and polarity taught us that everything is relative and that opposites are necessary for the existence of balance and understanding in life. Finally, we contemplated the law of rhythm and the law of gender, which highlight the natural cycles of life and the importance of balancing masculine and feminine energies for effective and harmonious creation. This knowledge is not just theoretical, it has profound implications for each of us in our daily lives. I encourage each of you to reflect on how these laws are present and active in your own experiences. What aspects of your life can be better understood or improved through these universal principles? How can you apply this knowledge to live more fully and intentionally? If this video has sparked new ideas or inspired changes in your perspective, do not hesitate to share it with others who may also benefit from this wisdom. And please, join the conversation in the comments below. Which laws resonated most with you? Are there personal experiences you would like to share related to these universal laws? This is an invitation to continue exploring, questioning, and expanding your understanding of the universe. Together, we can discover more about ourselves and the intricate world in which we live. Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery and transformation. Until next time.